Hi everyone, it's me Cheryl. I hope you're all alright. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, apart from, no, I don't class the last one as a regular, like one of these kind of videos. Works in progress. Any finished items? Yeah, one. It was a quick one that I did. So maybe I'll just start with that and then I'll show you my whips. And you've seen this kind of thing before, it's just a different yarn, and that is one of those Scarves by Misty Rain Tire Tread Scarf, and I just made it wider but shorter, and I did that one as a very quick project because next week I'm going to go see the baby, you know, when I did the blanket. I'm going to take the blanket round, and this is for the mummy because last year when I went to see her sister and her baby and took the lemon blanket round there, her sister, I took some chocolates and I took some like fruit. It was like fruit sweets as well. She had both of them. But I'm not sure about taking this mummy some chocolates because whenever they were here looking after CJ separately on different nights, my husband would sometimes make biscuits or cakes and stuff, and he would leave a box in the kitchen with a plate for them to help themselves. Now, the younger sister, who was baby I saw last year, she would always take something. This sister never did, so I didn't know whether there was any allergies or dietary things, or she was watching her weight. I have no idea what the reason was, so I'm hesitant about taking her some chocolates. I'm not really sure at all. I know she likes pink, so I'm making her a scarf. Well, I've made her a scarf, so that'd be fine. Something functional, something wearable, and something I think she'll like that. So that's a finished project, yay! Right, progress on other projects. I've turned the heel on my husband's second sock, so it's that way up. And now I'm doing the foot. So that's progress, yeah. I always have to do something that requires concentration. I do that at home, not at Knit and Natter. The rest, the plain stuff, that doesn't require much concentration. I do that at Knit and Natter because we talk sometimes as well. Although when we're concentrating, we can all be very quiet. I've only made a little bit of progress on this Lazy Waves Shawlette by Dedra Yace. It's upside down. Which way am I? I'm working in that direction at the moment. So, yeah, there's a bit more to it. And it is decreasing. Where is it? Where's the ends? That's one end. So it's there too. Stitch markers are so useful. They have been a godsend. So I'll be working to roughly about there, so I'm still off camera, yeah, but it's shortening, so it's a good sign. But I only work on this when I'm in this room at the end of a meal when CJ's taking his time, and I'm like, drumming my fingers, so I just pick that up and I start working on that then, so that's getting done bit by bit. I had a strong urge to play with my loom again. Any looms, I don't care. Because to me, even though it's still knitting and I can needle knit, it feels like a different craft because of the different tools used. And I really liked this scarf here. It's double knitting, so it's done on a rake loom. So it's the same both sides. This is just a DK weight yarn, so it's going to be lightweight. And you'll find this pattern, or the tutorial rather, on YouTube. The username Hypnotic Hysteria. I think it's Amanda. She shows you how to do this. It's really good. So that was something else I just started messing around with. And then I picked up another loom, didn't I? No, actually I'm going to knit or crochet, I don't know yet, a hat and or a scarf for my youngest son's girlfriend. And she told me, I said, what colours do you like? And she told me colours, like a rusty orange. So I got everything out of my stash that I didn't have a plan for, that's to do with that colour-ish. So I laid it out on the bed and I did a video for it, and she chose 2 things, either this one or that one. Now, the one she chose, I'm not showing you those colours yet at the moment, there's no need, but I didn't want to go, I wasn't sure about the hat, whether I was going to knit it, crochet it, or put it on the loom, and I still don't know about what the pattern's going to be like. But also I didn't want a situation where like you're knitting something or crocheting something and then you have to pull it out and then do it again, because you're only trying it, the pattern with the yarn. Because you know these yarn weights, and you go to a pattern, it says maybe worsted or bulky or super bulky, and you get the same weight yarn but it looks thinner or it looks thicker, and it's the same weight, and it's very confusing. So I like to try these things out first. So I do have another brand of yarn in this particular yarn. This is Fireside, what I got from Pound Stretcher, and I'm just trying out a hat on the loom, a pattern that I've never done before. It's by Dawn. It's called the Modified 8 Figure 8 Stitch, and it's got Dawn Tarswell. I'll put a link below in the description, but this is it so far. And I'm not sure, it does say bulky or super bulky in the pattern. It says this on the yarn label, it says this is 6, category 6, so it's super bulky, but I have got yarn upstairs that's thicker than this. This comes across as more bulky or chunky, but anyway, I thought I'd try that. You've never seen that before, have you? It's a Cindy Wood loom. I can't even remember when I got it. Let me think, when did I get it? I remember the back end of 2014 making a lot of hats for CJ. But what I was doing, I found the 36 peg round loom too tight, and the 41 peg round loom too loose, unless I put a brim, elastic inside the brim, and that's what I'd been doing. So, can you hear that siren? Don't know where it went. So, because I thought I'd like something in between then, and so I was looking at to try and get the 48 peg nifty knitter, you know, the purple one, but you know, they're just like a rare breed. Unless somebody's thrown out the stash or something, you're not going to get one. But Cindy Wood looms do various loom sizes, and they do that loom and that gauge. I remember making a bunch of hats for Christopher, and then thinking, oh, maybe I'll just get the 48 peg loom, and I've got this from Cindy Wood, but I've never made a hat on it. How bad's that? So, when did I get it? It must have been early last year, because a lot happened last year, you know, with my dad. It must have been really early on in the year, because I can't even remember when I got it, but it was obviously after I'd done the hats, which was before Christmas, because I did a couple of the hats in that colour, different colour yarns at the same time, and then I did the Christmas hat as well, and they've all got elasticated brims. So it must have been really quite early on, unless it was towards the back of December 2014. I can't remember. I've just looked at my inbox, and so far the earliest email I can find to like a newsletter email is March 2015. But I can't find anything much, it's just the newsletters. But why isn't the sale receipt or whatever it is, the invoice or the order acknowledgement or something? I can't find that. It's not finding it. But yeah, it was definitely either towards the very back end of 2014, after I made the bulk of the hats, and or very early 2015 that I got this Cindy Wood 48 peg, 5/8 of the inch, 5/8 of an inch hat loom. So it's fine, but I've never actually produced a hat on it. How bad's that? Mind you, a lot happened last year. I've got to forgive myself. But anyway, I'm testing this hat out on here, and if it's okay and it doesn't look too holy or anything, because I'm not sure about it looking at there, might try a different pattern. I can use the other one. So that's that idea, it's just a test. Without destroying that yarn with pulling it out and stuff like that. So that's that. I've been making progress on the 10 stitch blanket on the needles. And you're going to say, oh, that's changed a lot. I can't show you a full view, but I can show you some of it. Right, start this end. So I started this colour, this round, and I realised I'm not going to have enough to go all the way around. Even with the skein that Kim sent me from Blue Cherub 82. So I brought in another colour. This is called Gold. So that's going to do that stretch. And when I get up to here, I'm going to introduce the rest of this colour. And that bit. Hopefully I'll make it to the end. Fingers crossed, eh? And then, of course, the final stretch, I'll do the gold again. But I've still got some more of this cream. So I thought what I'd do, I'll alternate between cream and this. But I'll put it on opposite sides. So where I put the gold this side, on the next round I'll put it on that side. So that should be fun. And I thought I'd put it in place to donate it to, but when I realised there was a requirement in size, I thought it's not going to be that size, even in any direction. So I'll do it a different way. Because that's the problem when you donate to charities and then they give you like a list. Must be this, must be that, must be the other. You think, oh, stuff that. I'd rather donate in a different way, like I did with CG's College back in September had a Macmillan coffee morning, which is like for cancer research. Is it cancer research or the Macmillan nurses? But they're the cancer nurses. They care for the cancer patients and their families. They support the families. They hosted a coffee morning, asked for donations of like cakes and whatever to be sold. I went, knitwear, crochetwear? Oh yes, please, any donation's fine. I thought, right. Got on my box, because like, I don't like prescriptive knitting. I can follow a pattern I love. When I say knitting, I mean knitting, crochet, anything with yarn, yeah? So I'm just using knitting as an umbrella term. I do not like prescriptive knitting. I like following a pattern, but I don't like to be told what to do. So if I want to donate something to somebody, I don't want to say, well, this, that, the other, you think, one off is fine. Many, no way, I'm going to get bored. And then it will kill my hobby. But there's so much I want to learn, there's so much I want to try, so much I want to do. It will just kill that desire. So I would rather make lots of different random things, skill building, enjoyment, donate it to somewhere for somebody else to sell, and that money can go there to whatever cause. That's the way I want to do it. And I'm happy doing it that way. So I just cleared out a bunch of my stuff that I'd done that I hadn't gifted to anyone. I gave them it and they were really happy. They made 30 quid and I was thinking, and they were like, oh, we made 30 quid on that. That's lovely, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, that's great. They seemed really happy, so I was happy for them. But I was thinking, cost more than that yarn. That's why we don't sell. Because people won't pay the price that they're actually worth, and it doesn't factor in the time and skill involved or the cost of the yarn. So that's why you won't see me selling stuff like that. But I will donate. So they earned £30 from that, which was actually a third of their total earnings for that cakes, that coffee morning. So that was really good. They were really happy with that. And do you know what was especially lovely? One of my hats that I crocheted, I made up the pattern myself, and it was out of the James C. Brett Woodlander, and it was a blue hat, but it was stood on, it was on the hat model upstairs, what's it called? Vera, smaller head. And I did look at it a few times thinking, oh, I really need to extend that hat because it's actually too small. I tried it on myself and it didn't even go, it just went above the ears. I thought, oh my God. Anyway, I put it in the box and I forgot about it until I saw one of the teachers in the college wearing it. She bought it, she loves it. And she wore it quite a lot until the weather started getting, she's worn it quite a lot. I've seen her until the weather started getting warmer. It's got colder, hasn't it? No, I've seen her wearing it quite a lot, and she loves it. And no, it doesn't go above Reese, but she absolutely loves that bit on her head. I'm like, she enjoys it, that's fine. I've seen somebody wear it. That really made me happy, that did. Anyway, 2 of the things didn't get sold, so they were given back to me, and then I gave it to one of the ladies at Knit and Natter, who was doing a sale to do with their church. I can't remember what they were donating it to. Oh yeah, there was, they're donating some money to it. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, something sold and there was one thing left. It was that scarf I did on the Addy, the pink and the lilac. Was the black in there as well? I alternated some colours. Anyway, that was donated to some kind of charity, I can't remember, charity shop or something. But at least somehow, somewhere, they've been sold and donated, money from that donated to wherever. And that is a better way of doing it. For me it is. I'm happier doing that, rather than being told what to do. And many of. I'm not a factory. I don't just churn out many of the same project all the time. I like to try things out. I thought that was it, and it wasn't. I'm taking rests from knitting a sock at Knit and Natter. I have been working on my Erin top. So I'm on the back of it, and I've done, which is the front? No, this is the front. I've done that so far. So it's growing, slowly but surely it's growing. I'm about halfway, I think. Luckily I've made a tally of all the rows. Where is it? So I know when to stop and start shaping them. I'm not going to shape the back of it as much as the front. Okay. I make scruffy notes. So that was the front, and then I had to do that. And then I started doing, that's my own stuff. That's when I deviated from the pattern. So I've got another 5 lots of pattern repeats. So I can match that one. And then that. And then, while I will shape the back of the neck, it won't go straight across. It will have a little dip, but nowhere near as much as the front, I think. We'll see when I get there. I'll decide then. That's it. I normally track my rows on like a knit counter app, either on my iPod Touch or my not my iPhone, I don't have an iPhone, my Android phone. But it just depends because different projects are on different apps. But this one, because I needed to do pattern repeats, I find it easier just doing a tally chart. I know some of them do chart tallies. Which one is it? Oh. Knitting row counter. That does do. It says repeats, but I haven't figured out how it actually works. How does it know it goes? I don't know how it works. I'll have to create a project and just mess around and see what it does, because I'm confused by it. Because I thought you set the repeat at however many rows and then it ticks over once you've achieved that many rows. I don't think it does. I don't know how it works. I've just used the basic row counter on the top, that's it. I'll figure it out one day. That's why I resorted to the tally chart for that project. But there's nothing wrong with good old pen and paper. Well, anyway, I think that's everything I have to show you. Definitely this time. Yes. So, I shall wrap it up there. Literally, I'm wrapping it up here. Yeah, this. I'm wrapping it up. There we go. Right, hopefully, next time I speak with you, I will have something else finished to show you. Maybe like the hat. Or something. Right then. I will speak with you another time. Happy crafting, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.